senators who are desperately trying to hold on to power. There has been a major push from the Biden administration and the Democrat senators and Chuck Schumer to get rid of the filibuster. Before they lose their elections, which increasingly it looks like is going to happen in November, they are trying to get through any legislation, and they can't do that right now because they don't have enough votes to get through the 60-vote threshold. And I think, you know it more closely than I do, I think that the attempt to kill the filibuster is just as dead as the OSHA mandate. Am I right?
Hopefully, yes, and I think you are.
Okay.
So you and I were recording this Wednesday late afternoon. As soon as we finish recording this, I'm going to get up literally in a half hour. I'm going to be on the Senate floor, and we're having the filibuster fight tonight. So I have not yet had that battle, but in about half hour we will. What is going to happen is that Chuck Schumer is going to file cloture on their federal election takeover legislation. Cloture takes 60 votes. It's going to fail. He will probably get all the Democrats. It'll probably be 50-50. But it will fail because 50 is not 60. They then, I think, will yabber a while because they want to make us listen to them yabber. And then what he's going to do likely is file a motion to reconsider, and he will challenge he will inquire of the chair whether it takes 50 or 60 votes to proceed to cloture. The chair will reject his claim. We'll say it takes 60, assuming the chair follows the law.
Right.
In which case, Schumer will move to appeal. He will appeal the ruling of the chair. That's what's called the nuclear option. So the rules of the Senate, they're written down. They're in a book. We all have that book in our desks. You have the rules of the Senate. The rules of the Senate say cloture takes 60 votes. That's literally, black and white typed in the rules. Now, you can change the rules of the Senate.
Right.
To change the rules of the Senate takes 67 senators. So it's a higher threshold. 67 senators can agree to change the rules of the Senate. They don't have 67 senators. There is one other way to do it, and it's what's called the nuclear option. So Schumer will appeal the ruling of the chair. Any ruling of the chair can be appealed. To overturn the ruling of the chair just takes 50 votes. It takes a majority. It doesn't take 60. And then the Senate is weird. If the ruling of the chair is overturned, that becomes a precedent, and they actually keep a book of all the precedents of the Senate. And that precedent has the same force as the rules written on paper. So in other words, if Schumer succeeds, he will break the rules of the Senate in order to change the rules of the Senate.
So now you'll have these two rules written down on the paper, and the new one beats the old one.
Right. And the new one is just a precedent. It's just a majority of the Senate voted that this is now the rules, so the old ones written on the paper don't matter anymore.
Right.
Now, the good news is I think the odds are extremely likely, hopefully certain, that Schumer is going to fail. And the reason for that is that there are two senators, two Democrats, who have been explicit saying they're not going to participate in nuking the filibuster. Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema. Kyrsten Sinema last week gave a speech on the Senate floor. I was sitting on the floor. I heard her speech where she drew a line and said, I will not do this. This will destroy the Senate. It will destroy bipartisanship. Mind you, one of the illustrations of just how nasty and partisan ending the filibuster would make the Senate, that same week, Joe Biden was down in Georgia giving this racist, nasty, divisive speech, partisan speech. He called half the country Bull Connor racists. He called every Republican in America a Bull Connor racist. He called Joe Manchin.
Literally, by the way. He literally said, you are like Bull Connor. You are like George Wallace.
It was hateful. Now, set aside the irony that Bull Connor and George Wallace were Democrats. Set aside the irony that Joe Biden literally gave a eulogy at Robert Byrd's funeral, an exalted cyclops of the Ku Klux Klan. So if anyone has no standing to be on his high horse on racial grounds, it's Joseph Biden. But that kind of speech is just, not only do they not want any Republican, Susan Collins is too conservative for them, Mitt Romney is too conservative for them, now they don't even want Democrats. Manchin and Sinema Today, you've got Bernie Sanders talking about he's going to support primary challengers to Manchin and Sinema. And Chuck Schumer said he didn't know if he would support his own caucus. It is ugly. Assuming Sinema and Manchin don't blink, and I don't think they will at this point. If it was just one of them, the risk I would be more nervous.
Right.
With the two of them, I'm hoping each bucks the other up.